It's Monday. It's sunny in Manchester. I'm not allowed to say where I am because it sounds too much like Asheville, but this is EveryTrade Behind the Build, episode 14. So welcome to another midweek edition of EveryTrade Behind the Build. It's hard work putting these midweek ones out. There's a lot of time pressure on Hollywood and I, but we're trying our hardest, and hopefully this will go out at a sensible time, and hopefully YouTube won't do us dirty and upload it in 56K mode like I did last week. We're trying, honestly. So last night's episode went out, and I've got already quite a few comments about people resonating with the bit that I was telling you about my mate not giving up on his business, and the fact that we've nearly lost everything a couple of times. It seems like quite a lot of you guys have been in that position before, and I really want to try and help as many people as possible and give the benefit of my experience of going through situations like that. You never know, it might happen to us again, but I feel like I've got a lot more tools in my armory to see the signs and know what to look out for. Often it comes from just overstretching yourself, overtrading, cash flow issues, and sometimes it just weighs you down and you just want to give up, because the idea of just having a Monday to Friday job appeals to a lot of people. I've thought about it, trust me, but I know deep down that I can never work for anyone ever again. Got a busy little start to the week this week, and I'm going to warn you now, I'm going to be spending some money. Probably should warn my business partner Alex as well, actually. It could be a bit of an awkward conversation, but it's all about investment, and this week we're going to be doing some investment. So stick with us. See you later. So I'm at our infamous info wall now that loads of people seem interested in how we're doing it and what it does. And I know I've covered it a bit in the past, but it is a really important part of running our business. So a lot of people ask what software we use, and I'll tell you now, it's called 𝗕𝗨𝗘𝗔𝗧. Yeah, because I've answered it loads in the comments. It's a really good piece of software. It's expensive, and I'd say that if you're a small company, it's not necessarily the right one for you unless you're running loads of men, women, and you've got multiple sites. But it's right for us. It took a long time for us to onboard it, but it definitely gives us the edge. And at the moment now, we're really starting to get busy. So we've probably got about 13, 14 sites, one of which is up in Durham, a really big job that we've not been able to bring on the channel yet because we just don't have the time to go up there, but we will do. We're installing, I think it's nearly 300 windows and doing other stuff now, landscaping scheme, all sorts, on a big student block. But I can see all the time through the software, I'm getting updates from the guys. I can see any sort of building control visit. I can see when there's an issue. I can see when we're making progress, so I can do my evaluations through it. And it's a really useful tool. We couldn't run this business without good software and good systems in place. Prior to this, we used to stitch our own bits and pieces together, but it's all about having the information in real time, and this we've set to refresh every 60 seconds. So every 60 seconds, we're getting updated information because all the sites are updating it. It's a powerful tool. So yeah, busy little Monday, interesting Monday. Tomorrow, I'm heading over to see a big piece of kit that we've invested in, and it's in manufacture. I'm meeting my mate Dave from D&J there as well, because he's getting the same bit of kit. So on the road tomorrow to Northampton. See you then.
So you load the material into there,
yeah,
and then the belt will transport the material through actually into the drum. The drum rotates, obviously, the same as the one that Dave's got in his yard at the minute. So then your oversize will come out the end. So all your breeze blocks, your slabs, your bricks, and everything will come out the back. And then what it will do, it'll break the material up and it will fall through. What we've gone for is a 50 or 60 mil punch, 60 mil punch plates in there. So it'll break the material up and all the fines will fall through underneath and fall onto the conveyor that's underneath, which is that one just there. And then that is designed so it's high enough and discharged straight into your mini screen. Perfect. If you've got the other drawing with the screen on it, you've changed it now, yeah. But yeah, it's on 4 jack legs, so it's low for transport and moving around. But then when it's in position, it'll lift up on 4 hydraulic legs.
So I'm not in the office, I'm actually out spending money, and this is what we're buying. But I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is yet. All will be revealed, but let's just say it's going to change the game for us.
There is a surprise for you two.
Oh?
And I'm not going to tell you what it is. You've got to wait until it gets delivered.
Oh, it's not fair. You'll find out a week before me.
Box of roses.
I'll take that. I'll do that. It'll be Easter anyway, yeah?
It's a nice surprise.
Mini eggs.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I like surprises.
Serviceable parts then, what is it, just greasing bearings?
Yeah, there's 2 bearings under here.
Some workshop this going, a little bit.
We started off in the first 3 bays of this.
Right.
There was a partition wall, and then we took a bit more on, then we took a bit more on, and then the farm moved out next door.
Sounds like my story.
That's how it goes, though, isn't it? Sometimes you've got to roll with the punches, haven't you?
You've got to go with
Yeah.
it. And then,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes this isn't enough now.
So how many companies like you are making this kind of thing now? Have you got a lot of competition in this country? Or?
No, I don't think we have. I think there's probably us and 1 or 2 others.
How did the price of steel affect you, like when it took the bounce off?
It was
brutal, wasn't it?
It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was literally to the point where one of our steel suppliers, they would hold the price for 4 hours.
I know, I remember it.
And it was crazy. But the trouble is, you were constantly having to reprice jobs from weeks ago, and then in your quotes you have to put in there that steel prices are changing. If you don't order it today, it could change.
We got everything. It was copper, timber, everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it nearly wipes us out because we priced job and try and honour that price. We're halfway through a project,
And all of a sudden it's gone up.
Yeah, and you're going back to it, and we're dealing with domestic customers sometimes, and going back to them saying, "I'm really sorry, but we need another 10%." You know, of an 100 grand build. You know, so it's.
It was funny old times. It has settled down a little bit.
Yeah,
steel has come down in price.
Yeah, it was like 300% up at one point. I mean, it was ridiculous, wasn't it?
We went from paying £500 a tonne to £1,600 a tonne within the space of 12 months.
That is ridiculous,
It was
isn't it?
absolutely crazy.
Yeah, it was brutal. How do you find attracting like skilled like fabricators and stuff like that?
I think it depends on where we are in the economy. We're advertising for fabricators at the minute, and I think we've had 45 applicants.
Okay.
Which is probably the most we've ever had. If the economy's good, you might get half a dozen, and you have to sort through who's suitable, because at the minute the applicants that we've had, if we were in like a production environment like batch welding, bench work, that sort of thing, there's a lot of good guys looking for work. But because we do the high-end stuff, and our fabricators, although they'll build it, they'll also assemble it.
Yeah.
They also have to be conscious of like engineering tolerances. Hang on a minute, that chain's going to be in there, so that's going to collide with that.
So it's not just a straightforward welder, then, is it?
It's not just a straightforward 4 bits of box action welded together, then do the next one. You know, so they have to sort of think about what they're building. I mean, generally we have 2 guys working together on projects like this, or we generally have multiple teams. So one team will do the drum, one team will do the infeed, one team will do the frame. Yeah. And we try and break it up like that. But generally, the work is of that size that we generally try and keep people in pairs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously all the metal comes in here. We've got all of the sectional steel here. We've got plate and everything. There's stuff outside because I've been told after ordering too much material for the next project.
This is a lot fuller than last time I've gone, a lot fuller.
So steel was more expensive then, probably, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're coming here the other day, and there's just packs and packs and packs of plate in here. Some of it's gone outside now. I think it's outside, but it is a little bit empty in here. But yeah, basically, steel gets brought in, comes in here. We either cut it on the CNC plasma, which we'll run in a minute, and you can see that running. And that does all the intricate shapes.
Yeah.
Whatever we can think of in 2D. I mean, the drawing package we've got will obviously draw in 3D, but then it will break it down and put
a cutting list.
And do a cut list in 2D.
Yeah.
So we either cut it on the plasma cutter over there or the bandsaw over there, and then depending on whether it needs a fold or whatever, and that we can fold it on the brake press here. So this machine does all of our folding. So all the door that's going to be a door for one of your screens there. So we can put all the folds in it. If we're doing like the radius in something, we can bump fold it. So you do lots of little folds to create a radius. Full CNC controlled. So you just say I'm doing 6mm, 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Press the button. Does it?
Why do you put folds in it and not just a flat door? Is that for strength or?
Strength, and also it looks sexier.
It's like a curve on a drive, isn't it?
Yeah. So that was a really interesting visit here to Spitfire Engineering. It's amazing to see a British manufacturer. I love manufacturing. I'm like, at heart, I think I'm a wannabe engineer, but I wasn't clever enough. But the stuff they can make here pretty much straight from the screen and then make it. And I'm really excited to get delivery of our kit. We put a lot of money into this yard, a lot, but we believe in it and we're putting our money where our mouths are, and we've always done that in business. We're probably not going to make money off it for a while, but we're building something that's going to last and something that's going to sort of give another revenue stream to the business that we've never had before. We won't just be relying on the construction side. It's like the property side. We put loads of money into property after COVID and built that all up, and now we're building this side up. So yeah, it can keep you awake at night, but you need to invest in your business, and yeah, looking forward to taking delivery. Woo! Good morning, it's Wednesday, and I've come to our garage conversion project just to show you where we're up to. It's only a little job, it's a tight site, and I don't normally get too involved with these projects. Paul, the project manager, is looking after this one, but I just thought it'd be interesting to show the progress on the channel. So come in. What we've done is we built this temporary hoarding. We've actually used a door that was a mismeasure on another job. So what we do now, we cart this door from site to site, and it gives temporary access to our jobs. And it's a more secure way of doing it for the homeowner, and also it just gives us nice, easy access rather than having a piece of OSB that we've got to unlock and unlock every night. So yeah, it's a recycled door. Come through. So we've got Ross and Ray putting up an MF ceiling here because there's already a pitched roof in place. It's vaulted, but it's not insulated. It's something that I built years ago for this customer. But what we're going to do, we've cleared it with building control. We're going to put an MF ceiling in to give us a flat ceiling, and we're going to ram it full of rock wool. So that'll be that. The guys have put a suspended flooring, and again we've agreed it with building control that we've only got 25mm airflow underneath it, but they said that's fine. We've just got to make sure it's continuous. There's another suspended floor there, and we've got continuous airflow because the guys have opened it up and there's vents through the other side. So there actually is airflow right underneath this floor both ways. Going to fill this full of PIR, so like Kingspan or Celotex, and then put a cable floor glued. That'll be that floor, no problem. Then we're going to get the foundation in and build brick on the outside, face brickwork, and then inside studwork system, just to reduce the load, and it's going to be a bit of a space saving thing, and also save time on the brickies as well, because brickies are in finite supply for us. And that'll be insulated, boarded, skimmed. If you come through, the boys have been in, and we're putting an ensuite bathroom there. So there's an existing drain there that we've managed to tap into, so we've managed to run a drain down there that'll be ready to receive all the bathroom bits and pieces, and that's then tapped into the main foul drain that was already there, and that's taken away, so that's sorted. That's quite easy in that respect. The drain was exactly where we needed it to be, really. Again, building control, happy with that. We've got a good open line of communication with building control where we can ring them and say, we want to do it this way, is that okay? And they're usually pretty helpful. We've now found out that this wall is actually a solid 9-inch wall, so no cavity, no insulation. So what we've agreed with building control is we're going to put a stud work up and insulate it, board it, skim it. We could do insulated plasterboard and dot and dab it to this, but it's already been dot and dabbed, and I'm not really happy with that, so we're going to build it. And it'll also give us some space to run cables and things like that, because we're having a TV on the wall there, a bed there, and it'd be quite a snug room, but it's going to work fine. It's to give this customer a downstairs bedroom, to give them a little bit of flexibility as they're getting older now. So nice, easy job, really, yeah. So electrician coming in later on this week, and get it all first fixed, plaster it next week, second fix the week after, job done. Should have it done in 3 weeks. So that's it. Good site visit. Going to a meeting now with, I showed you a job that we're doing the plumbing on, where there's been an issue with the builder and the previous builder and the customer, and the builder is now gone, and there's quite a bit of suspect work that's been flagged up by building control that's just not been sorted. So they've asked us to go and look at it. So I'm going to have a look at that now, see if we can help. I don't like going in after other builders, and I know there's two sides to every story, but I'm going to go over there now and see if we can help and try and turn that job around. So I'm just back from a site there, and what's happened, I've mentioned this previously, it's the job where we're doing all the plumbing installation, that's basically finished now. We were due to do the underfloor heating, but they've had another builder in, and I don't like to get involved in situations like this because I never ever slag off other builders, because there's two sides to every story, and I've been in a position where other builders have slagged us off when they've not known all the facts, because sometimes you have problem customers. However, we've worked for this customer before and they're actually really sound, but there's been some bad workmanship on this job, and they've had building control in, and loads of it's got to come out and start again. So it's like a floor that they've done suspended and a new extension that just basically needs to be taken out. It's bridging, it's all sorts. So we've come up with an idea to slab that, and then there's a balcony roof section that's been set up to be a cold deck roof. So I've said that, like a cold deck, I know loads of you'll know this, but a cold deck's where the insulation goes in between the joists, and a warm deck is where you sandwich it on top and do a build up. So it needed to be a warm deck, but it wouldn't have worked with the levels. So then they've set it up to be a cold deck, but a cold deck needs cross ventilation, as loads of you will already know. You can't do it, it's in the middle of a room. So we're going to go and try and help out this customer. We're going to put a price in. I'm going to do my best. I mean, I never passed any opinion on the other bits of work, but in my head I'm thinking, this is ropey. And when I met the building control guy, he pulled me to one side and was like, this is bad. And I knew it. I'd already flagged these things before the building control guy had already come round. So we're going to try and help this customer out because they're a really lovely family. I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to pass any comment on the other builder because, as I say, I heard they're a decent builder, but that isn't decent work. So we're going to try and sort it out, and I don't hate going in after other builders though. I'm sure most of you are the same, because it's just you're not. How can you guarantee the work when it's somebody else's? Somebody else has been before you. But I really want to try and help this family out. So let's see what we can do. We're going to price it today, and if we get it, I will bring it on the channel because I think it's interesting. I think I really want to try and drill down into what's wrong, and for those people out there that are not builders, I think you'll find that kind of content interesting. I like it as well because I like to come up with challenges. I like to come up with problems, solutions to problems, and there's definitely some problems there, and there's definitely some challenges there. So yeah, in other news for us, better news for us, Dale is flat out, and one of our subscribers has been in touch, called the office. He's broken down not too far from here now. He thinks it's a clutch, so we're going to go over there now, try and see if we can help him out, and if not, we'll work out what needs to be done and how we're going to get it back here and get it sorted for him.
So I've been called out to a job. Customers rang up saying his clutch pedal or clutch isn't working anymore, and his clutch pedal's gone to the floor. So I've just come to have a quick look and see what I can find. So yeah, as you can see, the clutch pedals, there's just nothing there. I'll have to just look for a few obvious symptoms. You know, checking the reservoir for the brake fluid, see if there's any leaks, and just try and fault find and see if it is actually the clutch or if it's the master cylinder or the slave cylinder. We'll have a quick look now. So we've got brake fluid in there. This actually feeds the clutch and the brakes, so you have to be quite careful because you could potentially put air into the brakes. So I can't see anything obvious under here. We'll just have a quick look underneath, give it a pump on the clutch and just see if there's any fluid coming out anywhere. as you can, well, underneath, you can see it actually dripping out of the bell housing. So to me it looks like the release bearing's actually failed. So it'll have to be a gearbox out and a new clutch, I'd say. I mean, whilst the gearbox is out, it's a no-brainer really to replace the clutch because of the extent of the job. You need to, well, you better just put one in.
So, this week has been a bit of an expensive week, but I do love buying things. And we've bought this, which is going to be our recovery vehicle. So, as I promised Dale, and as I said, we're always looking to invest. So this came up, and it's old. You know, it's been round the clock, almost. But Dale's had a proper look at it. It was used by a farmer, seldomly, just to move tractors about. And we're going to use it for recovery and moving a bit of our plant around. Come and have a look round. So you'll see there Dale, which is probably a bit risky in this weather. Oh, it's stopped working, Dale. The power's off. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's got a winch over there, which lifts 17.5 tons. Even though this is only a 7.5 tonner, and it can carry just under 5 ton, probably 4.5 ton. We've got ramps here, but Dale's going to make an alteration because we think this might be a bit steep to pick up some cars and stuff. So he's going to fabricate something so it's not as steep. But yeah, we've got the ramps with it there. We're also going to fabricate something so the ramps can slide underneath it. Amazingly, it's already black, so we won't actually have to get it wrapped or sprayed. Yeah, the bed is in good condition, Dale.
Yeah.
The bed's in like really good condition. As I say, it's done nearly 1 million kilometres, but engine-wise, pretty good. Yeah, that winch looks quite new as well, doesn't it? Yeah. Do you want to wind it up? So it's also a sleeper cab version as well, which apparently I was speaking to my mate that does motor racing. Apparently they're quite sought after. But we're going to give it a bit of TLC and put a private number plate on it. And by the time we've done, it'll be another addition to the fleet. Just love adding vehicles to the fleet. It won't get used that much. We might do 2,000 miles a year, if that, but it's here if we need it. And now Dale's getting busier on the mechanic side. We keep getting requests for recovery. We've subbed a bit out to someone. So if we can bring that now in-house, every recovery or something. I've actually got a bit of a background in recovery. My dad used to have a recovery business and my uncle, so I do know a little bit about the recovery game. I've got no intentions of being a full recovery operator. There's loads of you have to jump through to do that, but it can recover our trucks and maybe the odd vehicle for customers. So yeah, it's been a week of investment, but this is what I keep saying. If you believe in yourself and you believe in your company, you should always be investing. You can, there's lots of tax incentives to invest as well. So why not? Just use your profit that you'd normally pay tax on to keep investing in your company. And again, I'm more open to buying the older stuff now because we've got Dale. I mean, this is like an 07 plate. I wouldn't have touched an 07 plate a bit ago. I just wouldn't have took the risk, but because we've got Dale, he can obviously give it a once over, say, yeah, it's fine, it needs a bit of TLC, but ongoing maintenance we can sort. So happy with this, and luckily we've got this bit of yard, you know, where we're doing the development, which is at the moment we're waiting for the ground investigation report to come back, so we've got somewhere to keep it for now. Happy days. So I'm just doing a force regen on one of our vans here. Not me really, Dale set it up and we've got the kit to do it. It's been amazing actually. We're always having DPF issues on our vans, particularly this one for some reason, but now normally we would have had to send this off to a garage to be done. Now we're able to do it ourselves in-house, which is mega with our own kit. So yeah, if you ever need any regen stuff doing, or you got error codes or anything, come and see your boys at EveryTrade and my mate Dale will sort you out. We've got the big grab-in as well. Well, sorry, the baby grab-in as well. We need some tyres done. We've had it PMI'd and it needs some new tyres done. And again, my boy Dale reckons he can change HGV tyres now. So we've got all the gear we need, and hopefully in Sunday's video you'll see that happening. So yeah, hopefully we're going to get this baby grab back on the road soon. Dale's give it a once over, and he was with the person when we PMI'd it, and he's flagged a few things that we need to get sorted. There's a lot of responsibility with running HGVs. Literally, you can go to prison if they're not right and someone gets hurt, and I've got a zero tolerance to things like that. Everything has to be right, and I want all our fleet to be safe for the people driving and for the people on the road. Not for any other reason that it's my responsibility corporately as the owner and the director of a company. You can go to prison if people get hurt or injured. So yeah, that's it. But an expensive week, but a productive week so far. Come back on Sunday and please, I don't like to beg, but I'm going to do it. Please like and subscribe to this video because it's really helping. Actually asking is really helping. And if you've got any questions you want me to answer, I don't mind the feedback. I much prefer the positive feedback, but if you've got any questions, if there's any way I can help you or your business, or if you've got any questions about our business, just ask and I will honestly come back to you, because I absolutely love engaging positive, like-minded people in the comments. This is what this channel is about. It's about showing how we work. It's about making a document for my kids to look back when I'm old and I'm gone, maybe my grandkids, but it's also about helping other business owners in construction, in property, in any form of business. So yeah, come back Sunday, because I think Sunday could be a classic. Click here for last week's video, Sunday's video. Click here and here for other videos that you may or may not, you should have seen before, and click here to subscribe to the channel. See you on Sunday. I'll fix these tyres. Size of them.